Hello everybody, it's Lenny. How are you all doing? Today I thought I'd just show you my favorite makeup look at the moment. It is my go-to look these past few weeks. Sort of a get ready with me look. I am technically going out after this, so get ready with me is what I'm gonna call it. Everyday IkuTree Lenny look with some pinks and waiting for spring and fighting the winter gloominess. Let's begin. Okay, start off with a moisturized and prepped face. Here I just moisturized and now I'm gonna... It's a trick I've been doing for a few weeks, so I'm testing it out. Maybe it's like a total mistake. But I like to put a little bit of coconut oil, just put it in a random container, and just put a little bit under my eyes. At the beginning of makeup. For me, since I have very deep creases, I seem to have things in my eyelashes also. Since I've really creased under eye area, I'm trying this out to see if it works. And when I apply the under eye concealer, it seems not to set into the lines as much. So I don't know, maybe I'm making a mistake, but this is what I do. Also apply some on my lips. There we go. Okay, so while this sets in, I'm gonna do my eyebrows with my usual Benecos brow designer. I've been using this in every single video, I think, and as usual, this is natural, organic, and cruelty-free. I think it says that. Actually, it does not say that, but I know that it is. So for the brows, I'm gonna go with a strong brow, I think, for today's look. So I'm just gonna fill them in. Using the usual pinpoint. My brows are often hit or miss. Sometimes they're like completely on fleek and sometimes they're so mismatched that they're not even cousins, they're just complete strangers. I got some comments from people who watch my videos that I should be explaining things a little more during my videos, and I agree, though you should keep in mind that I'm not a makeup artist. I am just somebody who enjoys makeup and who enjoys creating makeup looks and showing makeup looks to you guys, and I can explain what I've learned along the way, but I can't teach you how to apply makeup, and that's what I think people expect from me. So I can tell you, for example, that for eyebrows, you need to take the side of your nose and the inner corner of your eye. I was looking for a scientific name, but I couldn't find it. And that's where your eyebrow should start. And you take the corner of your nose and the middle of your pupil for the highest point of your eyebrow, and for the end of the eyebrow, it's like this. So it's like this triangle thing, if you guys get it. I tried, hey! Okay, so I'm gonna move on to eyeshadows. At the moment, I do my eyes before the rest of my face. It's another thing that I'm trying at the moment and that I'm really liking. And also it kind of changes up my routine. So this is where I get my eyeshadows mixed up and I play around, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna use my usual trusty chocolate bar palette, and I'm gonna start with this caramel color that I used many times in many different videos. It's still my all-time favorite, so we don't need to change something that is working. But this one is just gonna be my base color, so I'm gonna put it inside my crease. I'm actually using a flat brush. I don't know, I'm not like the worst when it comes to brushes. I call it flat brush, but it's just like cut off at the top, so it seems like I can really pack the color on. So here we go. putting a bunch of this in the crease and making my eyes look nice and wide. I'm also gonna apply it down there, though you don't really need to, if you did the if you're gonna do your concealer after, don't bother too much with this part because you're gonna have to slightly retouch it after you put the concealer on anyway. So here we go. Okay, so really get that warmth in there. If you don't have anything similar, just choose a warm color but something not too flashy, because this is going to be underneath the pink and the wine color shadow, and yeah, I just like using it to really get a warm tone in there. Once that is done, this is actually something I've had for ages, and it's probably not a very good brand. It's something that I've had. It's probably even a kid's palette if I have to be honest, but these two colors, as you can see, are colors that I really enjoy and that I've yet to find in a palette that's cruelty-free and possibly natural / organic. I don't know. It has to be cruelty-free for me, except the ones I already own that I'm just finishing up while I find an alternative solution. And if it can be natural or organic, that's a huge bonus. It's, in my experience, is pretty much hit or miss. So anyway, with the pink, load up that brush and reapply it in that crease. I'm gonna target the top part of that crease. Sorry if I make no sense, but you can really like pack it on there. You'll be blending it out later anyway, so pack it on. Now if you like, you can take your fluffy brush, and I always reload it just a little and blend the top part like here, and the outer part, just blend them out a little. Not too much because you don't want it to lose its pigmentation and intensity. That's something I actually struggle with, finding a balance between like packing and blending. I tend to overblend just a little. Okay, here we go. Now this is where it gets tricky because I always hesitate between a brown color and this, I never know how you call this. It's like, I call it wine, red wine color. Oops, not very professional. So I hesitate between that color and this Cocoa Puff color from the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette. This is a really old edition. I think they've remade it and slightly changed the content. Anyway, I'm gonna start with a little bit of this dark shimmering. Yeah, it's slightly shimmery. Definitely shimmery actually. This dark brown color. And I'm gonna pack it in the outer corner, and then I'm gonna blend it with the red color. So let's see what that does. There we go. I'm not bothering to place it properly. You just see like I'm just making this stain type of thing. There we go. Creating a little triangle. Doing the same on the other side. Packing it in. Trying not to blend it out too much. Go. Now let's try blending it with a fluffy brush with this dark-ish red color. There we go. Yeah, I think... Hang on, let's just wait and see. So I'm blending this into the crease. A little bit down here. That's not too bad actually. I'm gonna take my flat-faced brush. Note to self, learn the name of brushes for next tutorial. So I'm adding some red on top of everything. There we go. Going back with my fluffy one and blending it. Yeah. I'm gonna take this cream white color, and this is gonna be what I'm putting on the center of my eyelids. I'm using the fluffy brush for this. And also I can come back in and blend in the crease so it creates a nice gradient. Like that. Okay, I'm actually really liking that. It really goes from this burnt pink into this lighter pink. And then in the middle it's really neutral, it's just the white color. I'm just gonna add a bit of shimmer, so I'm using this color if you can see it. I don't have the names on this palette, also the lid broke off, but I think you've already seen that because I use this in every other makeup video. But this is like a shimmery pink-ish color. So with my fluffy brush I'm gonna apply it just beneath this point of my brow to give it more dimension. Yes, baby. And a little bit in the corner of my eyes. Not too much, and you really need to blend this out, otherwise it just doesn't work. Okay, out of habit I just put it here, but I'm gonna have to do it again in a minute. Okay, blending it out, making sure everything is well done. So I'm gonna use, this is one of the boho products. I've been raving about boho for a while, except that for this eye pencil it's black, but it's not very, I don't find it dark enough. And also if you just simply pass your finger on it, it will just completely rub off. So not very happy with this. Why am I using this, you ask? Well, I'm using it to its own advantage. I can create a shape and, you know, like erase it and start over. Not too much, but I can actually play around with this, and when I'm happy with the shape, I can put some liquid liner on it to make it permanent. Yeah, like really tight lining. And then I'm gonna figure out where I want my thingy-mabob, my cat eye. I'm making a cat eye. Did I mention that? I always do a cat eye, so maybe you already knew. So boho Green Revolution, I really enjoyed your brand, but your mascara and your eyeliner, they do not work for me, unfortunately. Otherwise I would have been your #1 fan. So I'm just sculpting, and with my eye shape I found that if I start at the middle, I just made a dot on top of my eyelid. Thank goodness it's just this one. On this crayon, I mean. So yeah, I start the eyeliner in the center of, well, where my pupil is, and then I create an almond shape. That's what works for me. Now I always say, find out what works for you. Now I'm going to move on to liquid liner, and I'm not going to tell you the brand of this because they are not cruelty free, unfortunately, but I do really like it. It's a really good formula, but I will not be buying another one of these just because I want completely ethical makeup. So this brand listing, though you can probably recognize the bottle, I will use until I can find a proper replacement, or until it's empty, and since I've had this for a while, it's probably empty. I'm just going over what I've already drawn on, which, might I say, is much easier than just completely going at it with this straight away. But if you're good at that, just go for it. I just suck at it. Next, I'm gonna use mascara again, this nameless brand who shall not be named, but it's so annoying. I really like it, but it's not cruelty free, like really not. And I did buy the boho one as replacement, but the boho one, unfortunately, it's so tricky to apply, and then it kind of stings your eyes, which I've never had with any mascara ever. I'm talking about the products, but I'm not talking about application. So from the root to the tip in different directions, apply your mascara. Then next step, I got this from Henna, which here in Belgium is it Belgian brand? I have no clue. It's just like this random drugstore, like kind of low budget, if you know what I mean, but their products are cruelty free. So it might not be like the healthiest thing to put in your eye because it's like this really cheap brand. I don't know, I'm sorry Hema, maybe you are very good with your formula, but at least it's cruelty free and cheap. And yeah, I just applied that in my... I did not tell you what I was doing. I just applied some white eyeliner in my waterline to wake my eyes up a little. Now we can rub a little coconut excess off delicately. I should have used my ring fingers, but never mind. And this is my beloved concealer. Almost died. So it comes like this. You can see that, oh my god, no, don't die on me. It comes in this shape, this style, I guess. And I just apply it like this. And since I have coconut oil on just a little, like not too much, otherwise it's just pointless. It's gonna neutralize the effect of the concealer. Now I just apply a triangle. Not completely under my eyes, just like this. And I like applying it right here also, so I can really fix my eyebrows. Okay, humid beauty blender, humid beauty blender. Look at my bun. Hey bun. And blend. Use the smaller part to blend underneath your eye. Told you this is why don't bother with the under eye makeup too much. Same on the other side. See, it's already much better. And here, of course, I'm gonna use the excess. So while I'm on concealer, I'm going to use the same but in the green, because if you've seen my vlogs, I have been breaking out some really nasty pimples. This is Maxwell, by the way. That was Timberly. Yes, Timberly. So I'm going to add... This one is kind of over-pigmented, so you really need to blend it well. And I'm also going to do my mouth area. Yes, this is my mouth. My nose area. Take your fluffy brush again. Take your pink, this pink, the lighter one, this one. Take your pink again and apply it on your under eye area. Just be careful not to smudge your highlighter. I think my nose is running. There you go, that's so much better. So again, nameless brand. I'm gonna powder my face with some loose powder. That's gonna set everything. And for those who don't know, though I'm not the best when it comes to the face portion, but I heard that you can do it as if your nose was the sun and it radiated out. So out, like this. I add a little here, but not too close to my eye area because I know it will set in the creases. need to clean my brushes. It's not good. I really need to get to cleaning them. Okay. So I'm gonna load up this brush and I'm gonna sweep some bronzer right here, and then create a three shape, three shape, like this. So apply it here, here, and here. Yes, finally a product I can show you. This I got for Christmas from my brother, and it's a boho blush, and this one is Lit de Vin number 6. The way I apply this is not the same way I would actually usually apply my blush. I usually like to do like this radiant pink, but with this, since it's a little on the darker side, I load up my brush and I'm gonna like continue the bronzer effect just a little higher until they blend together. Next is highlighter, and as usual I'm going to use the one in my Rockstar palette because I'm completely in love with it. This one is Disco Solid Gold Luminizer. I'm just always using the same brush. I know it's bad. One day, guys, one day I will be able to bring you different palettes, every single makeup tutorial, new brushes, clean brushes, and I'll be able to name them one day. Just not right now. Okay, I'm gonna apply it on the high points of my cheeks. Nose, here, and since I have like no chin basically, I'm gonna make it look a little pointier, like this. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do, and this is completely optional because it might be a bit too much for some people, I'm gonna take the Pop Don't You Want Me blush, and it's really pigmented, and I'm gonna come back with my fluffy brush and just add a tiny pop of it. It's called Pop, so tiny pop of bright pink. There we go. I love that. I really enjoy doing that. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. It's something I'd wear every day just to like give me a little pick-me-up, get out of that winter blue. I really like the warm colors, the pop of pink, the coconut butter on my lips make them feel so smooth and so soft. I'm really enjoying this. At the same time, it's slightly complicated when it comes to the eyeshadow, but on the other hand, it's a really easy look to master. Just a little bit of practice. You saw me, I am not a makeup pro, but I really like experimenting and having fun with it, and a lot of the time the result is really cool and you amaze yourself and you feel good. When you look good on the outside, sometimes it makes you feel good on the inside, or maybe it just mirrors what you feel on the inside. Anyway, that's why I love makeup, guys. It's a great big pick-me-up. Anyway guys, I love you all. Tell me if you enjoyed this makeup look. If you have any recommendations when it comes to cruelty-free brands and natural organic brands, leave them in the comments below. Also leave what you thought of this makeup look. And I love you guys all. I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye bye!